TIL, a Japanese euphemism for getting your period, is Perry Rico. The arrival of Matthew Perry. Lived in Germany and Japan. Never ever heard those. These are less common euphemisms and more like a joke someone made once and it was funny. It would be like in the US saying River of Blood Week. It's not a common way of saying it, but everyone knows what you mean and that it's a joke. Pretty dumb article. When I was there in 2002, the most common euphemism was Anne's Day, referring to Anne Frank because she mentioned period stuff in her diary. Text for 20 Japanese 20 readers 20 inches 20 The, exactly 20 is 20 U 20 feared 3 8 20 A. To make it a little more clear for the US audience. 1. It's not referencing Chandler. 2. Think of it like a Native American woman equating her period to the arrival of Christopher Columbus, life interrupting, bloody, and generally a nuisance. When I was in high school, I was the only one in my class who could remember Commodore Matthew Perry's name and what he did, because my first thought when they thought about him was of Chandler Bing and I never forgot it. It's very important to clarify, it's not Matthew Perry from Friends, but this Matthew Perry, basically the guy who opened up Japan to the West. Today I learned more, like noticed Matthew Perry and Commodore Matthew Perry have the same name. Maybe Japanese gals didn't like Friends? Maybe they're on Team Janice. In the Philippines, I've heard some of my friends use the word Japan as a slang for period because their flag looks like period blood on a sanitary pad. The only reason I understand this reference is because 3 or 4 separate light novel series I read have mentioned this moment in Japanese history. Some that I came up with. Week-long blood flood. Monthly all-natural negative pregnancy test. Trickle-down vaginomics. Communist attack on underwear. In Mexico, I've heard Diego Andres. El que viene cada mes. Andres Andrew has arrived. The one that comes every month. It rhymes in Spanish, referencing an event causing lasting historical and social upheaval. An American equivalent might be doing a Kennedy or having a Trump. My friends recently told me I'm soft for being turned off by a girl's period getting a bloody dick. Am I the only one who finds it gross? Seeing as no one's mentioned it, it's likely wordplay too. Pronouncing period in Japanese would actually sound like periodo. Are we not gonna talk about this though? There are communists in the funhouse. There are communists or allies at language Danish. Perry was so up his own ass during Friends that he named his speech pattern Matt Speak. He truly thought he invented sarcasm. I went down on a girl without realizing it was her time of the month. I got a bit red in the face, to be honest. Where is the theoretic person that's about to say, well actually, and take all the fun out of everything? Oh, I get it, because you find yourself feeling bloated and covered in blood. Edit wrong Matthew Perry. First we had the ejaculate guy posting those all week. Have we arrived at the menstrual till era? It would be even better if it were Matt Perry. It's also called Ketchumon Kekaman, short for ketchup mango kekapamango ketchup pussy. Monthly oil change sounds like something a guy would come up with if we had periods. That is a really strange reference. The harbor is now open for foreign trade. Some of these are hilarious. There are communists in the funhouse Danish. I thought of the right person at first cause I've never watched anything Hessen. I was very confused for a few seconds because I was thinking Tyler Perry. Where is the theoretic person that's about to say, well actually, misdrunk history moment to have Matthew Perry play Commodore Perry. I immediately recognized that name thanks to 8th grade history. Sorry honey, I can't tonight. And Shanadler Bong is in town. I think it is referring to Admiral Perry, not the Friends star. Historians everywhere all at once, not that Matthew Perry. My favorite euphemism is French, the landing of the English, which Friends alum starred in films with Bruce Willis. Honey, I can't tonight. The gunboat is in the harbor, because your period will always be there for you. This is what my mom said to me when I first met her.